jazz for the Philippine National Anthem. Thank you very much. Have a seat and relax. Thank you for joining us for the Filipino Cruise Show, everybody. Thank you so much for staying up late. I know it is very late for this show, but this is the time when everyone from the Filipino crew members get off of work to perform this for you. So thank you so much for staying up late and joining us for this one. Now, just a few things before we get started. First of all, the Philippines is made up of over 7,100 islands, but its population of roughly 90 million reside on three main islands, Luzon, Visaya, and Mindanao. Now, on board, they make up 30%, roughly 30% of our hardworking crew, and by this point, a lot of you know that they work in the beverage department, they work at the front office, they're the cooks back in the kitchen, and there are the ones that you do not get to see, the engineers, carpenters, and tailors. But no matter where they work, they still have time to come together tonight to put on this fun show for us. So thank you so much for joining us tonight for the Filipino Cruise Show. Now, this is one of the things that is going to help you enjoy the show. This is called a Luningning Marakit, which means beautiful girl. And it has a little banana liqueur in it. It's made up of some pina colada elements as well. And Filipino legend has it that if you drink 10 of these, every girl in the world turns beautiful. Now, I need somebody over the age of 21 to come sample this. All right, Scott, I know this fine young gentleman will do just fine. Just take a sip, and then I want you to tell everybody what you think into the microphone.
Incredible.
Incredible. Hey, incredible. You heard it here first. If you want one, let the bar staff know, and they will help you out. That one is for you, though. You can take that. I just need your account number real quick.
001.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That one is on us. No, I am actually not going to do the honors of hosting tonight. I'm going to leave it in the very capable hands of one of our hardworking Filipino crew members. He is a wine attendant. So please put those hands together for your host tonight, and that is Marty.
Thank you, Jamie. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody tonight?
Great.
As we say with our language, kamusta kayong lahat? It means, how are you? Is everybody doing well?
Yes.
Well, thank you very much for coming. And before we do start our show, I would like to give you a brief history of our beloved country, the Philippines. Our history never began with the discovery of many navigators and expeditions around the world. Our ancestors do practicing their own cultures and traditions with our simple and humble ways. But the discovery of the Philippines opened up to the Western world. In March 16, 1521, there was a Portuguese navigator named Ferdinand Magellan. In seeking for the Spice Island, he landed in a small island located in Southeast Asia. He named this island Philippines in honor of his king, King Philip II of Spain. The Philippines has a population of 80 million people and is still growing. Rice, meat, and corn are staple products. The Philippines has two seasons, the wet and the dry season. During wet season, the rain is dropped in our rice paddies in order for the preparation of the planting of the rice. And during summer, many people visiting beaches and swimming pools. Well, tonight, we would like to present you the Filipino Cruise Show in a humble and simple way of our own. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Filipino Cruise Show. And to open up our show, we would like to give you a dance. We call it La Jota Magdalena or the Castanet Dance. This dance was inherited from the Spaniard who dominated the country for 333 years or 3 centuries. And this dance you can easily recognize with the costume they are wearing. The gentleman, they are wearing Barong Tagalog. We call it the costumes or the traditional costumes of the Filipino. And the lady, they are wearing the what called Maria Clara dress or the humble lady of the Philippines. And this dance you can easily recognize as the inherited from the Spaniard. We're using castanets. But the castanets we are using is made of our local bamboo from the Philippines. So ladies and gentlemen, here they are, the castanet dancers. Take it away! dance. That's one we inherit from the Spaniard, and we're usually doing it when able to welcome foreign dignitaries who visit our country. Well, the Philippines, our language we call is included from the Malayo-Polynesian language family, which is said to be the largest language family throughout the world. Filipino, based in Tagalog, is the national language of the Philippines. Now, Tagalog is one of the dialect of one of the provinces in the Philippines. And Philippines, we do have 78 dialects around the country. And to enable us to easily understand each dialect, we have our own language. We call it Tagalog. It is basically Filipino. And Filipino now is mostly from the north. And the language mostly from the Mid-South or the Visayas region is the Bisaya or Cebuano or Chabacano. And then when it goes mostly from the south, it includes actually the religion is mostly Islamic. As you notice actually the strategic location of the Philippines, we're near to Indonesia, Singapore, Malaysia, which is mostly Islamic country. And Philippines actually dominated by the Spaniard for 333 years, so our religion is 85% Catholics. And the rest is combination of Protestants, Islam, and we call it the newborn religion. Well, as we move on, our next number is a song. This written and composed by one of our local artists from the Philippines. And the person who is going to interpret the song is from the front office. She is one of your telephone concierge and she works in the net and nows. So, ladies and gentlemen, here she is, Jonah, for her special song. Take it away!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoy this song.
Don't you know we both belong?
Thank you very much, Donna. So, are you serenading by our song? Well, thank you very much. Well, before we go on, I would like to ask each and everyone, are you enjoying the cruise so far?
Yeah.
How about the service of the crew?
Yeah.
My answer for that, yes, I'm one of it. Well, Philippines actually, our English, English is our second language, and English is, flowing in our blood vessels, because we must learn English by our heart. And if you visit Philippines, we learn English more or much than our own language or dialect. And if you visit Philippines, most of our signage is written in English, because when it must be written in Tagalog, you're already bumping to each other before you finish reading it. Well, English is also using for the business meetings in the Philippines, JCs, and all of the important meetings in the Philippines. And as you notice, especially our president, if they're doing the State of the Nation address, he's using English, he's not using Tagalog. And we do Filipinos, we learn English more. We dissect it, we have to know what's the present or the past. And we have also to dissect is the intonation or how we pronounce the word. And if you visit Philippines also, especially in elementary grades, there are 6 English and 2 Tagalog subjects. And in the Philippines as well, there are plenty of foreigners who are studying their education in the Philippines. Well, as we move on, our next number is a dance. We call it Pandango sa Ilaw or the Candlelight Dance. During the time when modern technology was still absent, the fishermen relies only from the light brought ashore by loved ones in order to find their way back home. And when this light goes together, it's presently called the lighthouse. And the dance is originated in the Visayas region, so that's mostly at the mid part of the Philippines. And this dance is represented by 3 candlelights or 3 oil lamp, 1 balance in the head and 2 in each hand. So ladies and gentlemen, here they are, the candlelight dancers. Take it away! gentlemen, the candlelight dancers. I want to tell you something. This is usually doing by the ladies when able them to track their husband. That's why they put lights on their hand and their head, or else the husband will go somewhere else. And as you notice, at the Philippines, we mostly surrounded by the water. So mostly one of the livelihood from the Philippines is fishing. And aside from fishing, we're doing also planting of the rice. And especially in the northern part of the Philippines, we are abundant of the rice fields. And this rice field, sometimes they use it for a fish pond. So still, they're using for fishing. Are you enjoying the show so far?
Yes!
And the costume, you can notice we are wearing more colorful costume, especially for the lady, to enable them to easily notice by their husband. Well, our next number is a song. This song again is written and composed by one of our local artists from the Philippines. And again, the person